Hey, it's time for daily devotional. I hope you guys are doing well, and hopefully you got a chance to see the sermon. Um, some really great stuff there. The children's story is lots of fun too. But in the message, one of the things that really stuck out to me was the idea that Nate brought up about how the angels longed to see what the Holy Spirit was going to do inside of us, and to think about how they, who were created beings, and in fact higher than us, um, and even before us, they did not get the chance to really to understand what's going on with this and understand it. So the challenge that Nate brought out was if the angels were not able to completely understand what's going on in the mysteries of God, why would we think that we could possibly understand all of that as well? It's there's a lot of things that I don't understand. Let's be upfront and honest. A lot of things I don't understand. Not just people, because people are, are messy as it is, but there's things that I just don't get. How in the world it's possible? The fact that I'm recording this on my phone and then upload it and it's going to come down to you blows my mind. Blows my mind. Blows my mind even more than the idea that like that the old telephones would travel through the wires. That's crazy to me too. And the televisions that the pictures would appear as it's wonderful. It's wonderful technology, and I'm glad that someone else made it so that I don't have to. It reminds me though of Douglas MacArthur, the great general. He admitted at West Point that he was called to talk about and explain the theory of relativity of Einstein. And he said, I read it and I read it and I just didn't understand. So I decided I'm just going to memorize from the book the whole thing. I'm just going to memorize all of it. And so he got into his class and he recited all of it. And the professor looked at him and said, "Do you understand what you just said?" And MacArthur said, without skipping a beat, I said, "No, sir, I do not. I do not." And the instructor replied to him and says, "Well, neither do I." Class dismissed. And I love that. I love the realness of being able to say, like, I don't get it. I don't understand all of it. There's things that I do. I'm not saying that we should just give up, but there's things that I'm just not going to understand because my mind is finite and God is infinite, and that just creates a whole lot of problems here. And yet, God does come down into us, come down into the world, and says, "I have a plan for you," Ephesians 2:10, and I want you to be part of what I'm doing, and you can be. And so that's exciting to me at the same time, kind of nerve wracking. Of I don't get the whole thing, and so as mom said in the children's story, we get to see a little bit of that piece, and we got to be faithful with what we have, be faithful with what we've been given, and continue to say, "God, help me to know you better," because as we draw near to Him, He's going to draw near to us. He's going to reveal more to us. And the next step, the next step of what we need to do. So that's my challenge and my prayer for you that we could. Even if we don't understand, say, "God, I'm trusting you that you can see the whole thing," and we'll go from there. Dear God, thank you so much that even as life sometimes seems like we're going through a corn maze, that we can't see exactly where we are, but there's someone that's higher, being able to look out and say, "Hey, I see your flag. I see where you are. This is where you need to go next," and we can trust you, God, to lead us where we need to go and to do the things that we need to do. Help us, dear Lord. Encourage us and strengthen us today. In your name we pray, amen. Until next time.